$1,000. That's what it roughly costs to buy zero point zero 0.01 worth of Bitcoin today. And while most people chase houses, stocks, or savings accounts that barely outpace inflation, this tiny slice of digital property could become your most powerful asset. Now, one that puts you ahead of 99% of the world in the next few decades. Because in a world of unlimited fiat, owning a scarce asset like Bitcoin, even just zero point zero 0.01 worth, well, it's like owning beachfront property in cyberspace. Now, stick with me and I'll show you the math, the scarcity, and why this might be your best shot at generational wealth. See, the world is waking up to Bitcoin, but most people still think they need a full coin to matter. But they're wrong. The reality, well, Bitcoin is divisible into 100 million pieces, and owning just a sliver, zero point zero 0.01 worth, well, is already placing you in elite territory. Because as adoption spreads and supply tightens, those who own even fractions today will be the new financial elite tomorrow. See, imagine if in the 1990s you could buy a square inch of land in Manhattan. People would laugh at just how small it is. But fast forward to today, and that square inch is part of the most valuable real estate on Earth. Now, Bitcoin is the Manhattan of the digital age, and zero point zero 0.01 worth of Bitcoin is your square inch. So, let's go ahead and break this down. Now, Bitcoin has a hard cap of 21 million coins, and that's ever. No more can be printed, forged, or inflated, and around 4 million are already lost forever. Now that leaves just under 17 million coins, and for a planet of nearly 8 billion people. So let's do the math. If you split all of the Bitcoin equally, everyone would get just 0.0026 worth of Bitcoin. That means if you own zero point zero 0.01, which is actually a million Satoshis, you already have nearly 4 times the global average. That's today before full adoption. And here's where it gets wild. Adoption is still in its early stages. Now, experts estimate we're around 3 to 4% adoption globally. Now, if that hits 100% by 2050, and it's likely will as fiat systems break down, owning that zero point zero 0.01 worth of Bitcoin would place you in the top few percent of Bitcoin holders globally. Now think about value. As fiat currencies devalue, as trust erodes, as trillions gets printed and poured into a digital black hole, Bitcoin's fixed supply becomes a magnet for value. And that zero point zero 0.01 worth of Bitcoin, well, it could be worth what a house is worth today. Not because Bitcoin gets more valuable, but because everything else gets repriced around it. So here's the gut punch. Most people won't own any Bitcoin. They'll arrive too late, they'll be priced out. They'll be forced to work for Satoshis, trading hours for digital crumbs. But you, well, you have a window. And for the price of a new iPhone or half a month's rent, you could front run the world's largest wealth transfer. And make no mistake, zero point zero 0.01 worth of Bitcoin today is like owning a piece of internet land before the boom. You can ignore it or you can act. And let compound scarcity do the heavy lifting for your future. Now, if you found this eye-opening, and if you're starting to see just how powerful this tiny fraction of Bitcoin can be, then don't just scroll past, subscribe right now. Because here we break down the myths, expose the traps, and show you exactly how to build sovereign wealth in a collapsing system. So owning 0.01 worth of Bitcoin could change your life. So let's make sure you don't miss the next 10x opportunity. Now, if you want to go deeper into this, my ebook Orange Pilled is linked down below. And it's the wake-up call they never wanted you to read. Now, I do obviously have to chuck this disclaimer in here as well. I highly suggest just pausing the video and having a little read. Now, if you've made it this far, and if you're looking for something else to watch, then click right here and have a watch of this.